Hello everybody, Too Many Hobbies here again. Today I'd like to show you something else I've enjoyed for many years. I like to freshwater bass fish, especially when fish are biting on the top. Surface fishing is always the best. This is a lure I used as a kid in the 70s. It was made by Fred Arbogast. I think I pronounced that correctly. It's the Sputterbug. I collect the 1/4 ounce, the smaller version of the Sputterbug and the Sputterbuzz. Today I'd like to make a short video showing you some of the different variations of the Sputterbug and the Sputterbuzz that I have. There's not a lot of detail about these things that I can find on the internet. There's not a lot of people who at least publish information. Some of these colors are just my guesses from looking at the pamphlets that were included with some of these lures. If anything that I say is, if you know more about it than me, please leave a comment and let me know, what the color truly is versus what I say it is. I can't be the only one collecting these things, because every time I bid on one on eBay that I don't have, somebody else bids me up pretty good, and it's usually multiple bidders. But let me show you what I've got. Maybe between a few of us we can figure out what they are actually called. These are all that I have laid out on the table here. These are all different variations. Some are bugs, some are buzz. Some have different colors, obviously, with different blades on them, different patterns. There are at least 2 different types of Sputterbug lures. There's the older, I call it an older body style, where it has a slightly wider face on the lure. And I'll show you what I mean by that here in a minute. Some of what I call the colors. These are your standard coach dog as far as I can tell. They're a yellow coach dog. These are shad. Some people call them Tennessee shad. Anybody that knows what the difference is, I'd appreciate the additional information. Here's the different types of your old body bugs and the new body bugs. This is an original Sputterbug from the 50s or 60s, maybe even early 70s. It has a wide mouth on the front of it. The red part of the face is pretty wide as compared to the newer Sputterbug. Of course, I say newer, they don't make any of these anymore. And if you can tell the difference. The newer ones always have that little circle within the face of the lure, and the older ones never seem to have that. They're just a couple different patterns of the black ones. And then all of the buzz lures that I have, except one, has this smaller face on it. And I'm pretty sure the Sputterbuzz came out, I would guess, sometime in the mid-70s, maybe late 70s. They've been around for a while, but not near as old as the bug lures. Some of my better colors, I think, some of the more rare colors, at least from what I've seen on eBay or shopping around the country. This, I believe, is called a pearl, and the only reason I even guess that is I'm looking at the catalog lists. Your color codes for the different Arbogast lures. Now, all of these colors were not made for exclusively the Sputterbug. As you can see in this particular year from this pamphlet, they made 1, 2, 3, 4, with many of the colors not actually listed. But I believe that one's called a pearl. I think that one's called aluminum. I'm not sure. This one, I'm not sure what it's called. It's perhaps brown scale. Not sure. If you know, let me know in the comments, please. I'd appreciate it. Pretty sure that this is one of the more rare ones. This one I think is called a willow cat. It's pretty nice lure. That one's in, and I'm pretty sure to be unfished condition. Here's another one that's pretty rare. It's a yellow with black, orange with black spots. This wouldn't be my first choice for actually catching a fish, but it's a neat looking lure, as far as collectability goes. And this one's my favorite. It's probably not the most rare, but I think it's really cool looking. I think they call it Ghost. It's a transparent version of a bug. Pretty neat lure, and I never fished with that. I never had the courage to try to fish with it, but I bet that thing would work really well, especially after dark. Small farm pond after dark. Yeah. Another one that's pretty rare. That is a chartreuse. It's a full chartreuse lure with a chartreuse skirt. That's the only one of them I've ever seen, and I bought that with a set of several lures that came in a package. Pretty neat looking. This is one I've had for quite a while. I think it's a chartreuse buzz. I think that's a purple coach dog. That's a pretty rare one as well. This is a more modern. This is one I bought from Pradco. This is one of the Pradco deals from the early 90s, I guess. Pretty sure they call that Fire Tiger. These three, I'm not sure what they're called. I call them baby bass. They're not that uncommon. The Sputter Buzz is a fairly common one. It's got the glitter on it, and it looks like a baby bass. Anybody knows what they are, let me know, please. I actually have two different types of the bug. One's got yellow letters, one's got black letters, slightly different scale. All of them seem to have the glitter on the belly. And these are the orange coach dog, I believe they're called. And this is the only buzz that I have that I've ever seen that has the old body without the little circle inside, the wider face. And it's definitely a buzz, it's not a bug. That's the only one of them that I've ever seen or heard of. If you have another one similar to it, I'd like to know as well. There's your old style perch. They were always very successful. That was one of my favorites as a kid. Great bass fishing lure. These are the original buzz baits to me. I mean, I don't know of anybody that had this style of buzz lure. Buzz baits is a very popular fishing lure now, but the ones that most people use now don't float. So you throw them out, and you gotta start cranking them before they even hit the water, so they don't sink, and you got to reel them pretty fast. And I learned as a kid that, wow, you get a lot of attention with these lures, ripping them quickly across the top of the water some days when they're just slow paddling. They didn't seem to catch much. It was pretty neat. These are shad again, different types of shad. Maybe that's why these are regular shad and these are Tennessee shad. I'm again really not sure. I like them. I collect them. I don't know what's the matter with me. This is one that I never had much luck with as a kid. The red and the white just never. Some people make out really good with them. I never had much success with the red and the white. I think these are called brown parrots. Slightly different buzz color variations and an old bug. These are your newer style Pradco perch. I kind of like these. These are both pretty modern from the 90s. They're, I don't know whether they call them red coach dog. I'm really not sure. They're pretty neat looking lures, both of them. Red and black skirts, pretty unique. These are all different variations of the frog pattern. Frog white belly with letters, white belly without, white belly buzz with letters, yellow belly bug without letters, buzz without letters, yellow belly. Yellow belly Sputterbuzz is not real common in any that I've seen. Your more modern Pradco. Here's your old color variation yellow, and they were slightly different color patterns. The old yellow ones compared to the newer yellow ones are much brighter shade of yellow. Your older shades of yellow. They used to come in these dealer boxes. I have an example here of what a box would look like. These are all these are all duplicates is what I'm trying to say. None of these are unique to any that I have on the table. The only variations I have are open on the table. And your patterns, and got some boxes of some spare bodies that I use for parts. Sometimes I'll buy one that doesn't have the nicest hooks on them, so I have some hooks, spare hooks, and some spare skirts. There's some spare bodies I have, and this is your larger size. These are the 5/8 ounce. They're quite a bit bigger than the small ones, and I just prefer the small ones. I always fished with the smaller ones, enjoyed them, so they're pretty much what I collect. Once in a while I'll buy a set and it'll include a larger one, that's why I have them. But that's it. Thanks for watching, I appreciate your time. If you have any comments on these, anything that you can correct me on, I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching, have a good day.